हाय, आई एम प्रिया और आज मैं आपको मेरी फर्स्ट डेट की कहानी सुनाने वाली हूँ। ये 1 साल पहले की बात है। दिवाली का दिन था और हर साल की तरह मैं और मेरे कुछ दोस्त शिवाजी पार्क गए थे सेलिब्रेट करने। Basically, I'm no fan of bursting crackers, but there are two major reasons why I go to Shivaji Park. First, to click good mandatory Diwali photos, and second, to see fatakas instead of bursting them. And Shivaji Park is such a prime place that you always bump into many friends. And this is exactly how my story started. So then I bumped into my very close friend, and as I was talking to him, उसके पीछे एक लड़का आया उसे बुलाने. And as soon as I saw him, all the violins started playing in my background. He was fair, he was tall, he had brown eyes, and he had a perfect slim body. I mean, who wouldn't fall for such a guy? And just like any other random girl would do, I had no other option other than falling for him. He looked at me, I looked at him. He smiled, I melted. He wished me happy Diwali, and I still melted. Trust me, for next 1 week my cheeks were turned red whenever I used to think of him. I'd also found his Instagram account and sent a request from my fake account. But before him accepting that, I got a request from his account on mine. I freaked out big time. I was literally on 9th cloud that day. I still remember how madly I danced in front of my cousins and embarrassed myself. So I accepted and followed him back. भले दिल चाह रहा था go and text the hi, but I was like nah, I cannot be desperate. So 1-2 दिन बाद I got a notification from him. Hi. I don't know if there's something called as 11th cloud, but that day I was definitely beyond that. So I replied, hi. I never thought that this would come this far, like till texting and all, because like many others it was just an attraction. And I was so sure that this small talk would end up sending that red heart, but meaning, oh, I have nothing to say more now. But ऐसे कुछ हुआ ही नहीं. Initially we had small talks with all those newness and nervousness, but as we spoke and spoke, we found a comfort in the uncomfortness. We also connected on things like how we love Phoebe Buffet, or how we actually insisted on buying a dinosaur after watching the whole Jurassic, and how we add curses in a compliment. But at the same time, we also went on opposite sides when it came to music and bands. But it was fine. We started accepting and respecting our differences. वैसे तो हमारी बात हर रोज़ होती थी और उसी बहाने हमने एक दूसरे को हमारी कहानी सुनाई. As I say, everybody has a story. Few times he also tried asking me out for a cup of coffee or to meet on a gola while we walk in Shivaji Park, but I never had the guts to meet him. There's a saying that how do you know about love when you have not been in a relationship? But somewhere deep inside me, I knew that I felt something for him, and that something was definitely very strong. I never defined my feelings, nor I tried to. And I was not at all ready to meet him because I was scared. और किस बात का डर था मेरे को आज तक नहीं पता. So after 5 months of talking and him asking me out for a few times and me giving him bakwas excuses, I gathered up all the courage and I texted him. Date पे चले. He was surprised at how did I ask him out. So we decided to meet the next day. He would come from a small trip with his friends. हम मिलने के 1 दिन पहले I was trying out so many outfits and I was thinking so much, like there were so many scenarios in my head कि हम ऐसे मिलेंगे नहीं ऐसे मिलेंगे नहीं ये होगा. And in the middle of this I received a phone call and it was the same close friend जिसकी वजह से हम मिले थे. I picked it up and I was like hello. He was crying over the call and he said he died. My ears ignored it. I was like क्या पका रहा है? And then it was like उसका accident हुआ. Go and check the news, it's all over there. A shiver ran down my spine and suddenly my feet went cold. Hoping that he was just making fun, I switched on the news. I was shook. I was shocked. My brain did not comprehend anything. I felt numb. ऐसा लग रहा था मेरे बॉडी का हर एक हिस्सा पॉज पे चला गया हो. It was so unreal, very unreal. I couldn't even shed a single drop of tear. The same evening, I wore the same dress which I was going to wear for the date, and went to his place. There were many people, and the ambulance had arrived. He was wrapped in a white cloth, and his eyes were closed. His mom went to him crying out very loudly. I remembered him talking about his mother. I saw the family he saved. I saw the girl too. I saw his dad, his grandmother, and his dog. It all remembered me of the conversations we had earlier while he was talking about them. ऐसे लग रहा था उसकी आवाज़ गूंज रही थी मेरे कानों में. My eyes wanted to look into his deep eyes. My ears were longing to hear his voice, and my heart wished to be in his arms while I listened to his heartbeats. I never thought that my first date would be something like this. I never thought that I would ever meet him like this. Before we could start a story of us, the universe decided to end it. Later, I went to Shivaji Park, the first time I met him there. 5 months ago, we met and we became something. And now I was at the same place, cold, alone, and in darkness. You know, I would always tell him how much I love the moon and how it always reminded me of him. But now I actually see him there. I talk to the moon every day and tell that how sorry I am for giving all the excuses and how much my heart longs to see him once more, so that my love could read it wherever he is.